Good evening, it's John Heaton, and this evening I'm going to review this album from Fleetwood Mac, which is the first Fleetwood Mac album with the lineup including Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, and also features the previous members, Mick Fleetwood on drums, John McVie on bass, and Christine McVie on vocals and keyboards. So this became what is known as the classic lineup of Fleetwood Mac, certainly the most commercially successful lineup, and my favourite lineup. They'd had some success before this lineup. They were a blues band in the late 60s and had singles like Albatross and a succession of albums in the early to mid 70s which are okay but nothing too special. But this one is a masterpiece, and actually Mick Fleetwood I think he happened to be in the recording studio in LA when he heard the sounds coming from one of the studios, and it turned out to be Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks recording their album, which they did together in 1973. And he offered a job to Lindsey Buckingham more or less on the spot, and Lindsey said, "I'm not joining without my girlfriend Stevie Nicks." So the offer was then extended to Stevie as well. By the way, that Buckingham Nicks album still unreleased on CD to this day, and it's a lost gem. It's got some great tracks, including Don't You Let Me Down Again, which is brilliant and was done on the Fleetwood Mac live album in 1980, and other great tracks like Frozen Love and stuff. So it'd be good if that album saw the light of day again. But anyway, back to this one. Came out in 1975, and an arty cover there, similar in style to the Rumours one the following year. And on the back we have the lineup. Stevie Nicks with darker hair became lighter as the years went on, and they seem to be in either a bathroom or a washroom, or maybe it's backstage dressing room or something at a gig, but it's a strange photo. And inside we have the words. And okay, let's go through the tracks. This, by the way, got to number 1 in America and didn't do too well in the UK. Number 23, I looked it up as being. Rumours the following year was the breakthrough in the UK, but this album was a huge seller in the US. It was in the charts for months and months, and was their best seller to date until Rumours the following year. So it opens up with Monday Morning, which is it's one of a series of great Lindsey Buckingham album openers. Rumours opens with Secondhand News, and Tango in the Night opens with Big Love, and this album opens with Monday Morning, and they're all brilliant openers, all three of them. And this is an upbeat track, rocky, superb guitar, great drumming, great bass, just a great groove, great production as well. Production is, who produced this? Mick Fleetwood and Keith Olsen. So was Richard Dashut involved in this one? And he became involved later on, it looks like. So brilliant opener. And then Warm Ways from Christine McVie, just brilliant Christine ballad. She's done millions of them over the years. Well, not millions, but dozens. And warm track. And actually this was a single. I don't think it did brilliantly, but it was a single. And Blue Letter is a very strong Lindsey Buckingham cover. He didn't write this one. And again, great guitar. And then we have Stevie Nicks' first track, Rhiannon. You know, suitably mysterious lyrics. And actually, I have to say, it's not one of my favourite Stevie Nicks tracks. It's quite well thought of, and a lot of people like it, and it was a top 20 single. It's just never been a favourite of mine, I don't know why. But Over My Head from Christine was a top 20 single as well, and is a favourite of mine. Another lovely melody, and at times you have to wonder where Christine gets her melodies from, because they're just so sublime. And Lindsey Buckingham, as he was to prove over the years. Does a superb arrangement, you know, with contributing great guitar, and I think he just in general really brings the best out of Christine McVie and Stevie Nicks in terms of, you know, contributing to their songs and working out the guitar parts and the harmonies, and it's just brilliant. Because the solo work by those two is not on the same level, if we're honest. Crystal is the last track on side one, and it's an okay Stevie track. I think this was actually from the Buckingham Nicks album. Actually, it's not the best track on the album. I don't know why they picked this one, to be honest. But anyway, it's pleasant. It's a bit slow though. Side 2 opens with one of Christine McVie's top 5 ever songs. Pounding piano intro, and Say You Love Me. It's just catchy. You've got to play this one loud. Infectious melody, very well sung by Christine. Superb guitar solo in the middle from Lindsay. I just love this song to bits, and they do this in concert, and they've done it over the years several times in concert, but nothing comes close to the album version as far as I'm concerned. This is one of those songs where the definitive album version is definitely on the original album, definitely. Brilliant production. Landslide, one of Stevie Nicks' best ever tracks. Superb, sublime ballad. Actually, they do this one pretty well in concert. I saw them do it about 10 years ago. But on the album, again, I think the definitive version. Brilliant acoustic guitar from Lindsay and a nice solo in the middle. Just really moving words. Just just Stevie Nicks at her very best. She would struggle to reach this standard, the standard of this song for the rest of her career, because it's basically the best thing she ever did. I think this track, probably. World Turning is a kind of collaboration between Christine and Lindsay, and it's okay. They did this song live quite a few times. Maybe works well in concert, but it's not much of a track, I don't think, songwriting wise. Sugar Daddy, another infectious song from Christine with her guest guitarist Waddy Watchell playing rhythm guitar. Slightly strange lyrics about a sugar daddy who can bring her whiskey and drive her around in a big car and stuff. Strange lyrics, but brilliant tune and just great production again. The sound that these 5 people get together when they're playing is, they showed it on this album, on Rumours, and on Tusk to the greatest effect, I think. Mirage has its moments and Tangled in the Night has its moments, but these 3 albums released 75, 77 and 79 I think were the top 3 for the band. And the album finishes with I'm So Afraid, which is always done in concert, and there's some great guitar heroics from Lindsay and a very passionate vocal, and I like this song, but it's not my favourite. I prefer Lindsay when he's rocking out a bit more, like on Monday Morning, or on the following album doing ballads like Never Going Back Again. But this is a solid Lindsay track and a good way to end the album. So what am I going to give this album? I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's pretty near perfect. There's some tracks which are not quite top notch, but most of them are, and when they are top notch, they are, amongst the best songs that Fleetwood Mac did in their entire career, and they're kind of still touring to this day, although they haven't really released a decent album since Tango in the Night with this lineup anyway. Say You Will was without Christine, which was decent, but thanks for watching, and sorry I haven't reviewed Fleetwood Mac more often. It was about time I got back to this band because they're one of my favourites. So the Rumours review will be next. Thank you for watching.